Welcome to OpenAir Live and Local on CPT 12. I'm Jessi Whitten, tonight's host from Colorado Public Radio's home for independent and new music, OpenAir. Every week we take you behind the scenes to show you how we work with Colorado artists to create one-of-a-kind recordings for radio in the CPR Performance Studio. Tonight we turn our attentions north as we focus on bands from my hometown of Fort Collins. OpenAir recently expanded to Fort Collins, where you can now hear us at 88.3 FM, and we spent the year getting closer to some of the talented folks throughout the area. We'll be hearing from the likes of Pandas and People, Slow Caves, Brent Cowles, and more. Let's start with a band that we've seen flourish over the years. SHEL has had an incredible 2016. They've just released their sophomore record called Just Crazy Enough to Work, and while they've been in the CPR Performance Studio a handful of times at this point, this was a unique visit because they came with an abridged lineup. Rather than a full group of sisters, Sarah, Hannah, Eva, Liza, Sarah wasn't able to make it, and while we missed her that day, her absence actually gives this session a bit of a different feel and makes this performance one you won't find elsewhere. From their latest album, here's SHEL with You Could Be My Baby.
If you know the sound, then play the record backwards now. If you catch my drift, then listen till the needle bits. You could be my baby, you could be my baby. You seem just crazy enough. You could be my baby, you could be my baby. You seem just crazy enough to love. You play a double role, you say you're unconventional. Let me set the stage. Sanity is just okay. You could be my baby, you could be my baby. You seem just crazy enough. You could be my baby, you could be my baby. You seem just crazy enough to love. You could be my baby, you could be my baby. You seem just crazy enough. You could be my baby, you could be my baby. You seem just crazy enough. You could be my baby, you could be my baby. You seem just crazy enough. You could be my baby, you could be my baby. You seem just crazy enough to
I got no other. I'm cold when you talk. Brother, you're all I got. mama said I'm unavoidable. I burned on my bridges where you burn them boys. So pull up your bridges where tears won't cross your teeth. Work for the dirt on your knees. My mama said I'm unavoidable. Lift me up, lead me on, leave me here. It's all the same. I wouldn't blame you if you did. Yeah. I plead with the devil when I sleep with sin. On my way to heaven, I'm cold when it's all. Brother, you're all I got. My mama said I'm unavoidable. Lift me up, lead me on, leave me here. It's all the same. I wouldn't blame you. I wouldn't blame you if you did. Yeah. Lift me up from the shadow, lift me up from the shame, lead me far from the guilt I am living. Yeah, and I aim for redemption, but I fall for addiction. Lift me up, lead me on, oh leave me here. It's all the same, yeah. It's all the same. It's all the same. Lift me up, lead me on, leave me here. It's all the same. I wouldn't blame you. I wouldn't blame you if you did. Yeah. Lift me up, lead me on, leave me here. It's all the same. I wouldn't blame you. I wouldn't blame you if you did.
That powerful voice is back with his first return to the CPR Performance Studio since the split of his previous band, You Mean Apollo. That was Brent Cowles with Lift Me Up, Leave Me Here. And while he came in to showcase his solo material, his backing band was made up of some studio regulars, Joe Richmond on drums, Anna Morissette on bass, and Jake Miller on guitar. If you watch enough open-air sessions, the faces become pretty familiar since Colorado has such a collaborative music scene. Colorado Public Radio's Open Air is your home for new and independent music with a focus on the talented musicians right here in Colorado. It can be difficult to keep in touch with what's being made locally with a lot of people focusing on bigger national names, but Open Air works to bring the best local music to the forefront so you can get to know the musicians representing and enriching your community. Today in particular, we're celebrating music from Fort Collins, Colorado. Now let's check out Slow Caves, a young but accomplished band that's just released their second EP called Desert Minded. In a recent conversation with Westward, the band said, "We like to imagine that our music is the sound of your mind slowly caving in on itself." So be careful while we play the track 2 Hours from their 2015 studio visit.
if I don't know how I waited for you. I've got 2 hours to get out of here. 2 hours. I think I've lost control. 2 hours. I can't believe I made it home. You're losing me right off the tip of your tongue. Sleep it off, where I forget where I went wrong. My one impression. How do I get there? I'll pick you up wherever you don't let it. I'm your cavalier. Did I become you? Pick me up now. Oh, I got this feeling. Your game is oh so far away, so far away. I've got 2 hours to get out of here. 2 hours. I think I've lost control. 2 hours. I can't believe I made it home. But I would like to find my own way. You and me, being Ain't it funny how life can bring you down? When you tiptoe with the Ferris wheel, just a hop on a merry-go-round. Ain't it funny how life can make you think you are better than him or her, you or me. You've gotta slow down. You've gotta slow down. Ain't it funny how life can break slow, slow down. You can break slow, slow down. You've got to slow down, turn it around.
You just caught the Covz on OpenAir's Live and Local performing the song Slow Down. They're a Fort Collins band made up of California and Texas transplants who just may have been destined to make music together, as members Ian and Josiah Scroff's dad played in a band with guitarist Johnny Gleason's dad back in the day. That band was called the Hillbilly Sucker Punchers, and the Covz sound nothing like their dad's band, but I guess this makes them second-generation bandmates. These guys hit the recording studio just a couple months after this session took place and have just released a new EP. We've got just one more video to share from our open-air recording sessions. This one's from Pandas and People, who joined us with a unique lineup, actually missing one of their founding members, Johnny Day, for this visit. Here they are doing an adjusted version of Watch It Burn in the open air.
Steps outside to take a drag. He's got a bottle of feel good in his hand. Kerosene drips down his wrinkled skin. He shouts, "It's now or never," through a toothless grin. He's on fire. He's on fire. He's on fire. He's on fire. There's a man on fire back on 41st. He raises his voice to the heavens for what it's worth. He's on fire. Some people were talking, chatter rang through the countryside about how he's not gonna make it unless he turns around and lets it die. He's on fire. He's on fire. He's on fire. He's on fire. There's a man on fire back on 41st. He raises his voice to the heavens for what it's worth. He's on fire. He found a way to win the race to the sun. Light a match to the noise and watch it burn. Gonna watch it burn. He found a way to win the race to the sun. Light a match to the noise
Pandas and People with Watch It Burn in the CPR Performance Studio. That wraps up our special look at the Fort Collins music scene for this episode of Open Air Live and Local. We really just scratched the surface of this diverse and ever-growing talent pool, but you can hear music and interviews from our many sessions in the CPR Performance Studio. Find us at openaircpr.org and 102.3 in Denver, also now at 88.3 FM in Fort Collins. Thanks to CPT 12 for their support of the local music scene and Open Air Live and Local.
I got no other, I'm cold when you talk. Brother, you're all I got. My mama said I'm unavoidable.